This is MaLa with another MaLa travel guide. Hey, I just want to let y'all know that people will try to discredit you. And I was going through immigration today. And the immigration worker changed what I said to her in her report to flag me in immigration. So when I got to immigration, the lady wanted to let me go through, but she talked to 4 of her superiors, white males, and he was like, no, this is not essential. No, she can't, that's not the rules. And then one guy came about and he was like, oh, we're trying to help you. Are you a criminal? I work in media. I'm a media personality. I'm a journalist. I'm a writer. I'm appalled at the representation of people thinking that you are not what you say you are. It's like everybody thinks people are lying and they don't want to when you even tell the truth, they don't want to hear the truth. So, I kind of felt like the lady actually at the end kind of felt bad for me. But, it was so bad what the lady put in the notes. She basically said she couldn't override what the first lady said. I guess they were friends or, cool with each other, whatever, and they're both females, so they try to stick together. But this is just, totally ridiculous with all this, the flight arrangements and, you trying to travel to get to places in order for you to prevent yourself from being homeless. They are disallowing you to go and and be able to care for yourself. They don't want you in their country to thinking that you're not gonna leave. And I totally understand that. But when you have to go through hoops and loops and the airlines are continuously like taking your money and not giving it back, and you're stuck in places that you are trying to get to your destination and can't, and it's putting people at a bad disadvantage. We've had things on the news of people being stuck and being in the airport for hours and hours and hours and days. I mean, there was just a couple at Chicago O'Hare that was at the Chicago O'Hare airport for days. And now, all of a sudden now, if you don't have a boarding pass, they're making everybody leave. And now it's so many protests are going on, they make you leave the airport, and then I guess you come back in the morning. I don't know how it goes if you don't have a boarding ticket. But it's like nobody's helping you, nobody's assisting you. The people that are stranded in places and nearly almost living out of a suitcase, pretty much homeless, they're not helping you get to your place of residence to go, to your, residency. And it just doesn't make any sense, and it's just crazy that there's only like certain airports you can go out of, and then daily it changes. So, I'm like trying to juggle what every state is saying, and then I have to juggle what every country is saying, and then I have to struggle with, is my ticket going to be canceled or postponed? Then that money I will lose, and then I won't get it back, and then that's money I'm spending on flights, and that I cannot receive that money back. Even though they are getting bailouts from the government, they are not giving travelers their money back at all. And it's just really ridiculous that you're moving and going to another place, and they're stopping you from moving. Like, you're literally moving, and a person that is, so if I'm moving, that's essential. If I'm uprooting my house to move somewhere else, that's essential. So, and if you don't have any money, that's essential. You need to get to your money, right? And so, and I was just like livid, because I was at the, sitting in my seat, and I was like sitting beside a lady, and she was like, "Oh, I'm just going to see my daughter give birth to my grandchild." That's not essential. That's not essential. There's a lot of women that had babies without their family being there at all. And it was an emergency. You know what I'm saying? That's not essential. But it's just ridiculous. This is getting ridiculous. This is getting so ridiculous and out of control. Like, seriously, these embassies are pretty much bankrupting their citizens. So if you are stranded somewhere, you have to pay to get back, and quarantine for 7 or 14 days, whatever the country or state or whatever. And you're trying, you're trying to get somewhere and try to, uproot your whole life and move. You try to keep up with everything. You can't keep up with every city and every place you go to. That's just almost impossible. And then on top of that, the airlines decide to close for one day, and they don't open until 2 or 3 days later. So you're stuck in that one spot until you find like another, means or method in order to leave out of that place, or, stick it out and, and living here and there until you can get to what you need to get done. But, this is out of control. The embassies, it's time for you to, the people that are stranded out here trying to get to their destination and stuck and stranded since this illness came upon us in March. Okay, you have to understand, people have made arrangements, people have done all these other things prior to, and have done multiple planning, and you just can't stop somebody that is is literally trying to move to a destination, and you won't allow them to move to that destination. That's almost ridiculous. I mean, this is getting out of hand. This is getting like to the point of no return. And on top of that, I always put locks on my luggage. Sometimes my luggage pops open. The last time that I flew somewhere, my whole bag was soaking wet. It was soaking wet. And my bag popped open, so all the contents inside my bag got wet. So I locked, put my lock on my my luggage. And my second luggage already has a combination lock on it, so you can't open that, period. And everything. So they broke the chain off of it and opened it up. and stuff, and went through my stuff and everything. And I was just like, I don't get it. Like, I've flown so many places and nobody has actually broke my lock off just to see inside it. What are you trying to find? You could have put it through a machine to see what was in the contents inside if you were so worried about what was inside. But now you put your, Rona hands on my stuff, and I don't even know if you had gloves on going through my stuff like that. You know what I mean? And you're, going through my stuff, and then I just washed all of my things, and I have to wipe down all my things, all my clothes. You use the same gloves to undo everybody else's luggage and taking them out and put them on a dirty table, put them back in a clean bag, and then put it off the dirty table. That is not what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? So, and everybody's not wearing masks. Everybody in customs are not wearing masks. Everybody in immigration is not wearing masks. Everybody in customs is not wearing masks. They are not wearing masks. Okay? So, if you are so deadly heated up on, the coronavirus and you contracted and this and that and other, you're not taking precautions either. You know what I'm saying? But you want me to take precautions, and if you wanted to open it up before I loaded my checked baggage on the conveyor belt, you could have I could have opened it up and you could have put it through the machine. No problem. You could have went through it. You know what I mean? But to break my lock on purpose, to find nothing, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. And you put your nasty hands on my stuff. That don't make any sense. Out of line. It's out of line. And I just don't, it is getting maliciously like vindictiveness. And I'm just continuously losing money trying to, get to where my true final destination is, and y'all don't want to reimburse me for my travels, So I just don't get it, So you want to talk about what's essential and what's non-essential. Y'all don't even know what's essential. Essential. The definition of essential means that it is a dire need for you to get somewhere, for you to be safe, and for you to be well taken care of. You are leaving people out here that are stranded and stuck out here in foreign cities and countries, and they cannot get to their destination. You have to let them get to their destination. We got to pay for it anyway. You're going to make us pay for it when we come to your country. You're going to make us pay for it when we come to your city. So why are you not letting us go now and you making us rebook and repay it again? That doesn't make any sense. And yet it's still, all this system is designed for you to be in a low state, in a low energy, and you not progress to your full potential. Period. You know what I mean? Period. Because the outlandish slap in the face that I've been getting from these airlines have been ridiculous. And it is not okay. It's not okay for you to take my hard-earned money that I worked hard for and put it in your pocket and not refund me my money. If I go in the grocery store and I don't like my product and if I don't get the product that I asked for, you're supposed to give me my refund back. Period. It's not supposed to be any stipulations on you not giving my money back so I can book somewhere else to get out of the situation I'm in. You cannot, you cannot keep me in the state to be able to be able to support myself, to not get to my final destinations. Period. That's essential. Want to talk about essential? That's essential. If you want to talk about you don't want the homeless population to go up, let people go to their final destinations. I've been trying to go to my destination since March. Let people go to their final destinations. And you won't have a problem. But you making a problem, you making solution and putting power moves on people, thinking it's cute and funny because I'm so strict about essential. No, you're not strict about essential. I'm trying to get to my final destination. That's essential. So you're going to say, oh, I'd rather you be homeless than you get to your final destination. Does that make any sense? No. That doesn't make any sense. But you make people go off of loops, jumps, cartwheels, everything else. But you're not even refunding people's money back. You know what I'm saying? Every protest is going on. Y'all shutting down transits. Y'all shutting down airports. Y'all shutting this down, shutting this down, shutting this down. Every day is something new. How can you keep up with everything that goes on daily? You cannot. Each state, each city is different. And you trying to get to a safe haven, you trying to get to a safe destination, safe area where you can move around and do what you need to do and shelter in place or do whatever you need to do. You're not even allowed the people to do that. There's people in China trying to get back to Africa and you still making them pay to come there anyway. They pay to get there. And now you're making them pay to get back too. You know what I mean? And then they have to pay on top of that in order to be quarantined for that 14 days. Not even at home. They have to be quarantined in a certain area for days, and then they have to pay for that accommodation. Does that make any sense? It doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's just ridiculous what's going on. I mean, this is egotistical, power trip people with badges that are not doing a due diligence in these countries and in these states for these stranded passengers to get to where their final destination is. You are not doing enough. You're not doing enough to aid in them getting to their final destination. If you worried about homelessness and you worried about people being on the streets, well, let people get to their destination. If they pay for their trip, they're trying to get to their destination. And with everything online, you can't go to nobody. You can't call nobody. You be on phone for 3-4 hours and then the phone hangs up. So don't tell me I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. When I show you the proof on you can only go out of this airport in order to get to this final destination, and then you shake your head? Seriously? Then you look stupid because you knew that. You knew you have to go through there in order to get to that destination. You know that. And it's still, you decide to do what ask 10 freaking people when you already knew what you was going to do anyway. Don't play that game with me. You knew exactly what you was going to do anyway. Just like that girl knew exactly what she was going to do when I walked up. And lied on there and saying I said this and I did not. And basically you took her word. Oh, I'm putting a post. No, you didn't put no post piece together. because it wasn't no puzzle piece to put together because the little girl outright lied. But you giving people a very hard time, very difficult time. It's already a stressful situation. You being stuck and stranded in a strange area that you don't know anything about, and you're trying to move and you're trying to get through and try to, find your bearings and try to find what you need to do next. And you continuously thinking and try to get to the next part, trying to get to this part, trying to get to that part, trying to get this part. Like, you're not helping the situation. If homelessness is what you're worried about, let people get to their destination, their final destination. Don't hold them back. If they pay for the ticket to go to try to get to a place where they can leave out, let them leave out. Let them leave out. This just don't make any sense. Y'all not making no sense. Essential is I got to get to my final destination. That's essential. You talking about life and death? That is a life and death situation. Y'all have to do better. Y'all have to do better. I will do my due diligence to getting this information out. What is going on in these countries and in these states going on. Y'all, that is not right. That is not right. People pay their money to get to these cities to try to fly and get to where their final destination is. You are the problem. You are the problem. We're not the problem. We're trying to make a solution and you're not making it. You're not helping us. You're making the situation worse. Just let you know. Just know when you're in a situation, you want somebody to have mercy and grace on you in the situation you've been. But you just never have been to this situation, never have been involved in this situation. So you're right. It doesn't apply to you. And that is ridiculous. But as I know, the color of your skin does prevent you from doing a lot of things. And that's not right. It has 100 questions. And to make sure to think somebody's lying. Because you hear, it's just like police officers. Y'all hear so many lies and lies and lies every day that, like, you don't believe nothing nobody says. That's not good. That's horrible. That's horrible. And it just don't make any sense. But this is MaLa Broussard signing out from a local's point of view. When MaLa speaks, everyone listens. You heard it here first. I am signing off. See you next time on MaLa Travel Guide. Bye.